up on the programme, anger over renovation delays in Portsmouth. 35,000 Muslims gather for a huge celebration near Alton. An iconic flag returns to Butlers Hard for a 50-year anniversary. And how gardening helps people grow together. Hello, I'm Charlotte Brewer-Edney. Welcome to the programme. Now, imagine you've been promised a refurbished flat, and then 3 years after the work first begins, you're still living under scaffolding. It sounds pretty bad, but it is exactly what's happening to a group of residents in a building in Portsmouth. And understandably, those delays are causing anger, frustration and upset. Nicole Ris reports.
For 3 years now, residents at Welcomed House in central Portsmouth have been living on a building site. The works on the block of flats were supposed to improve their lives, but with delays and a myriad of other issues, the situation has become a nightmare.
Well, it's been going on since about 3 years ago, when they decided. Before we had damp in our rooms, we had water, it was very cold, lots of condensation, and then it was decided that we was going to have a nice refurb, and I had to keep moat, and it's been going on 3 years and it's getting no better at the moment. It's taking so long. The workmen never turn up when they say they're going to turn up. We've had leaks with the roof, so it's still leaking through them. We've had a living room. We've had partition in the living room, so our living room space has been cut by a quarter. So we've had to be living in cramped conditions for 9 months, and it's just one thing after another. My flat is almost finished, but it just takes so long. They say they're going to come in and finish it, and they don't turn up, or there's another issue that comes along. At the moment, my main issue at the moment is on my living room windows. I've had no handles because I need to put a restraint on it, and that's been going on for 3 weeks now. So it's getting really, with the weather we're having at the moment, it's really, really hot.
Developers Keepmoat have offered little in the way of compensation for the delays and the unreasonable living conditions residents are putting up with.
The only compensation we've had some through Keepmoat through vouchers, and when the living room is completed, then the council will give us some compensation, but it's not enough for all the destruction that we've been having.
Ivan Butler has been trying to solve the issues with Keepmoat, but progress has been difficult.
They turn and said, right, yeah, I'll go and have a look, I'll get back to you. Sometimes they don't get back to you, or when they get back to you, yeah, we'll be in tomorrow, yeah, we'll do that, and they don't turn up, or when they do turn up, the workers take so long as well. It takes all day sometimes, but there's nothing else we can do. We've just got we've complained to the council as well, and it's just the end date gets longer and longer.
That Solent has asked Keepmoat for a comment about the complaints and ongoing delays, but they haven't responded. Residents have even enlisted the help of their local councillor.
Residents came to see me back in Christmas time, and I wanted to work with them to make their lives better, because this scheme should be about making people's lives better, not worse.
What was the worst case that you heard about here in this building?
I think probably being woken up during the middle of the night, some residents, and just seeing water coming through their ceilings, young children scared to go to sleep because they don't know what they're going to wake up to in the morning, and the council took action the next day. But I think that's happened time and time after again, and we need to make sure those issues don't happen any further. We've had a couple of residents' meetings to talk about local issues, then feed those back to the council so that the council takes action. We've just come from a meeting with residents just now and spoken to the council about what improvements need to be made, and they've agreed to look into health and safety issues, communication issues, and also look at a more effective way to give people compensation. So really important that I think there's a rent rebate for residents that live here during this important work.
But despite these assurances, the project completion has been pushed back again, and residents will have to endure works for another 8 months.
So we've heard from the council officers today that the scheme is now delayed until April 2017. I really want to see action so that we see some improvements being made. I want to see the council and contractors working with residents to improve the situation so that contractors turn up on time and get the work done, that they listen to what residents have been saying about their concerns and actions taken. I think we all realise that building work can take time and there can be problems, but we do really need to see progress now being made and the building work finish. This has been a nightmare for some residents over the course of the last 3 years, so if it's April 2017, all action needs to be taken to make sure that that date is now followed up and achieved.
Nicole Ris for That Solent.